The groom scatters tens of thousands in cash and arrives at the bride's house in a luxury car to pick her up. With joyful guests watching warmly, Seyran puts on her wedding dress and completes the marriage ceremony with the ferret. From this moment on, she officially becomes the daughter-in-law of a billionaire family. But she is not happy because this marriage was originally meant for her sister. What makes it worse is that her father forces her to marry a man she does not love. Left with no choice, Seyran resigns herself to this absurd marriage. She follows her husband to the presidential suite of the hotel. To her shock, there is another woman in the room, Pelin, her husband's ex-girlfriend. As it turns out, Ferit does not want to get married either. His family is the one pressuring him into it. He chooses Seyran simply because he finds her interesting, not because of love. Now he introduces his ex to Seyran and asks her to cover for him, so they can each go their own way privately. Seyran realizes she has been deceived, so she slaps Ferit hard across the face, storms into the bathroom in anger, and tears off her veil. She never imagines that all the deep affection Ferit shows her before is just an act. Overwhelmed by despair, she lies in the bathtub and listens to the laughter coming from outside. She is half asleep when, bang! A huge noise booms from outside. When she goes out to check, she finds Pelin dead drunk on the bed and Ferit lying unconscious on the floor. Seyran immediately picks up his phone to call the bodyguard for help, and only then does she learn that Ferit has diabetes. She finds a candy and stuffs it into Ferit's mouth. A few minutes later, Ferit's personal bodyguard arrives and urges Seyran to stay calm. He has already called an ambulance and notified Ferit's parents to come. Soon after, he carries the heavily intoxicated Pelin to another bedroom and hides her to prevent Ferit's parents from noticing anything unusual. In this way, Ferit's wedding night ends up alarming a large group of people, and he is carried to the hospital on a stretcher. After emergency treatment, Ferit is out of danger. The doctor tells Ferit's parents that he is lucky to have swallowed that candy. It is exactly what saves his life. Ferit's mother is extremely grateful to Seyran and gives her a hug. Without this daughter-in-law, her son would probably have died. When Ferit wakes up, he also thanks Seyran and sincerely apologizes to her. After this incident, the two put aside their prejudices and decide to get what they need by keeping up a fake marriage front. The next day, Seyran follows her husband to Istanbul. Every bit of the big city's scenery and grandeur leaves her in awe. It's Seyran's first time stepping into her in-laws' home, and she's a bundle of nerves. Luckily, everyone in the Curran family is kind, which helps her relax a little. The head butler shows Seyran and Ferit to their room. The enormous space and stunning sea view make Seyran feel like she's in a dream until she spots the single bed. That sight hits her like a bolt from the blue. How could she possibly share a bed with a man she doesn't love? After some internal struggle, Seyran opts for the sofa. Ferit can't help but laugh at how rigid she's being. Meanwhile, Seyran's older sister back in their hometown is having a tough time. Suna envies her sister for marrying into wealth, yet panics that she'll never find a husband. She mopes around all day, losing her appetite entirely. It's not until their mother mentions she's asked a matchmaker to find Suna a husband that her mood lifts. She even finds leftover food delicious. The matchmaker arrives the next day, but her serious expression puts Suna on edge. She hides around the corner to eavesdrop, and what the matchmaker says next crushes her completely. Word of Suna's broken engagement has spread all over the surrounding villages. Gossip runs wild, and some even slander her, claiming her fiancé left her because she's impure. The matchmaker tells Suna's mother no decent family will want to marry Suna now. Her aunt breaks the terrible news to Suna's father. He flies into a rage, fuming that his eldest daughter is now unsellable. When Suna comes over to serve tea, her father knocks the cup out of her hand, yells at her furiously, and slaps her to the ground. Upstairs, her mother sits on the stairs, sobbing uncontrollably. Too timid and weak, she doesn't dare to stop her husband. Back at the Koran mansion, it's dinner time. Seyran follows the family to the main table, nervous. Raised by her father to act like a servant, she never imagined she'd get to sit at the head table. The cheerful mood turns solemn the moment Grandpa Koran appears. Ferit steps forward to greet him respectfully. Seyran follows suit, kissing his hand but too afraid to meet his eyes. Grandpa lifts her chin and tells her she's now part of this noble family and she should never bow her head. It's clear Grandpa approves of Seyran as his granddaughter-in-law, but this family is far from as peaceful as it seems. Turmoil simmers beneath the surface, hiding countless secrets. The next morning, Seyran wakes up on the couch. Her back aches, her shoulders are stiff. She wants to call her family, but her phone won't charge or turn on. So she sneaks over to grab Ferit's charger. Ferit stirs awake and teases her playfully.
Karıcığım, günaydın.
He hovers around Seyran, trying to get close, but she keeps a strict distance from him, like they're 100 meters apart. Ferit doesn't argue. Instead, he pulls out a new phone and hands it to her. You're not that poor girl anymore. If you need anything, just say the word, I'll take care of it. His words warm Seyran's heart. Later, when Ferit walks out of the bathroom, Seyran intends to thank him. But his casual, reckless attitude irritates her, and when he yanks off his bath towel right in front of her, Seyran panics and covers her eyes. Teasing Seyran is fun for Ferit, but she's not the one he's into. He carries on like before, hopping on his fancy yacht and going out to play. Grandpa is frustrated by his lack of ambition and decides it's time to give Ferit something meaningful to do. He tracks down his old associate, a famous jewelry designer, and asks him to take Ferit as an apprentice. The designer doesn't agree right away though. He only takes students with real talent. Without it, even the best opportunities mean nothing. When he gets home, Grandpa gives him a task, copy a jewelry design sketch and hand it in the next morning. Ferit doesn't dare disobey, so he sits down in his room to work. Seyran can't help but smile when she sees the usually restless Ferit looking so focused. Ferit refuses to lose face in front of his wife. He stays up all night, sketching over 100 drafts, and ends up with a surprisingly decent piece. The next day, Grandpa compares Ferit's sketch to the original and secretly beams with pride. He really inherited the family talent. Ferit has never studied design, yet he turns out work like this. At breakfast, Grandpa announces, since Ferit is married, it's time for him to build a career. He arranges for Ferit to apprentice with a renowned master jeweler. Seyran can't hold back a smile. Finally, she won't have to deal with this troublemaker every single day. But Ferit's first day on the job is far from easy. The master jeweler chews him out for being late, then assigns him to take out the trash and sweep the floors. This wealthy young master, who's never lifted a finger to do chores, has never endured anything like this. Inside the mansion, Seyran sinks onto the soft bed and dials her sister's number. After dozens of attempts, she finally gets through. She asks if her sister and mother are doing well, but her sister has no desire to talk to her and hands the phone to their mother. To keep Seyran from worrying, their mother lies and says everything is fine. Relieved, Seyran starts her new life. She goes shopping with her mother-in-law and enjoys coffee in elegant cafes. But the happy mood doesn't last long. Everyone sits in silence during dinner, the atmosphere heavy with gloom. The reason, Seyran's sister-in-law Asaman has health issues that mean she may never have children. Grandpa thinks it's a shame, but he still comforts her, telling her to focus on getting better. But as a daughter-in-law of a wealthy family, can she really survive without being able to have kids?